How are we all doing, everyone? I hope you're all good. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the Spartan IVs. I know there is a bit of a split between people who like the idea of Spartan IVs and people who think that they're a cheap imitation of the Spartan IIs. They've had a bit of a bad reputation, so we're going to be discussing them a little bit. But grab yourself a drink, relax back, I've got this. We'll take it from here. Alright, so Spartan IVs have had a bad rep as of late. With very few exceptions, most of the Spartan IVs have been shown to, well, behave like children, basically. Whether that's through cutscenes in stories told, Halo 4's Spartan Ops series, or the manner in which they interact with each other in games like Halo 5. I believe this was nothing more than an unintentional side effect of the writers trying to give Spartan IVs a more human feel to them. They were, after all, soldiers before they became Spartans. They weren't conscripted like Spartan IIs. Now, this is what comes of having people become veterans and be experienced before they become Spartans. Now, I'm currently in the process at the moment of playing through the Spartan Ops series in Halo 4. I'm trying to get that solo legendary achievement. It's not fun, let me tell you. However, it's made me consider how badly Spartan IVs are portrayed and how seemingly not all Spartan IVs are equal. Alright, despite, huge amounts of training before and after becoming Spartans, they often act like just out of boot rookies, basically. Perhaps in some misguided attempt by the story writers to give them some sort of character or personality. Now, this has damaged their reputation. Let's not talk about the whole "I thought you'd be taller" situation. This is all despite the fact that Spartan IVs are supposed to be picked out from only like the best of humanity, the best the UNSC has to offer. Halo 5 did try to remedy this, and despite the flaws present in the narrative itself, the Spartan IV team we were presented with actually came across as, well, a group of seasoned soldiers who have experience upon the battlefield. They were nowhere near the monumentally legendary status of the Spartan IIs and IIIs who were selected a different way, and this does account for their professionalism that we see in the Spartan IIs and IIIs. But they felt like they were Spartans that were picked out because they were exceptional. So let's take a look at a single Spartan IV for a moment. Someone who I, and possibly the vast majority of you all in the Halo community, believe is what a Spartan IV should be. Buck. Gunny is his other name. He's a seasoned veteran who's led teams in the past when he was an ODST. He was involved in Oni missions, literally the storyline of Halo 3 ODST, and he also ran Spartan teams before he decided that he wanted to just shoot people. Now, he's intelligent and he uses his intelligence to his advantage. He doesn't crack under pressure because he's basically seen everything, and he's already slaughtered huge amounts of Covenant before even receiving augmentation. He knew what he was doing before he became a Spartan. Now, the Spartan IVs in Spartan Ops in Halo 4 feel a little bit like actual children compared to Buck, despite the fact that this is a group of warriors that are deemed to be, the best of the best that humanity can bestow upon us, and they should be on the same footing as Gunny. Now, while yes, the Spartan IVs are meant to be more human, the way the novel New Blood portrayed Spartan IVs was far more effective in showing their humanity. New Blood doesn't portray their humanity by making them look like a bunch of morons. Instead, we get seasoned warriors who have the ability to question right and wrong, and still have lives outside of work. Whether that be, Buck loves Veronica. They actually get married in the novels. Hopefully you know that. Otherwise, I do apologise. Spoiler warning. It's a bit late, that. Anyway, so yeah, whether that's, Buck's love for Veronica, Mickey and his questioning his loyalty to the UNSC, the way Romeo has like a playboy lifestyle, or just, with Dutch, his very honest personality. He just, wants the bottom line at all times. Now, despite all of them having these human connections and feelings, when it's time for the mission, they act like warriors and comrades, and they're not children running around a playground chasing after the ball all at the same time. We need to see this in Infinite. We need to see the Spartan IVs act as Spartans, alright? The Academy, I'm hoping the Academy will be a great way to do this, as it can show us that Spartan IV selection process has become a bit more strict. They're actually picking and making sure that the people who come off of that production line are the best they can be. The soldiers selected for the process need to be the best humanity can offer, bar none. This further makes the player feel special as well, because one of the things I personally enjoy about other games I play is the emphasis on how, you know, those games bring out the idea that you are the best fighter. So for example, Apex Legends. Apex Legends, the whole idea of Apex Legends is that you are the best fighter when it comes to competing. It should be like that with Spartans. It adds a sense of competitiveness, and it almost makes the player want to play better, knowing the background that they've come from. So they've come through the Academy, they are the best humanity has to offer. There's that weight on their shoulders should add to the competitiveness. Now Halo can do this even better if the Spartans are presented to us appropriately. So my single hope, and a hope which has come across in this video, is that 343 take the time to really make the Spartan IVs matter. Make them the best humanity has. Yes, they will never live up to Spartan IIs, I get it, but there's a more moral version of a Spartan now. We're not conscripting children, we're not picking up orphans and then pumping them full of drugs. We're bringing in people who want to fight for humanity, and we give them the tools to do so without costing millions and millions of credits. 343, I genuinely hope you get this right. If you can get the Spartan IVs on point, I'll forgive you for all of the other Spartan IV problems. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please click subscribe, click like, tell me below what you think about the Spartan IVs. Do you reckon we're in for a bit of a surprise and a kind of like a remodel with the way that Halo Infinite is going to show Spartan IVs? I hope so. But until next time, happy gaming.